Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hey Gina.
Hump day.
Gina, women your mother warned you about. And Gina, where are you at?
You didn't get the memo. I'm having breakfast without you at Johnny D's in Myrtle Beach.
And I am obviously in the green screen studio at my office. And we were just talking right before we got on, Gina and I, about how there's other technologies that we can utilize that I could put a fancy screen behind, like a backdrop behind me, or put our logo and all this. And if you know Gina and I, we're not the most advanced people in technology, so we're still learning. So we're working on options that we can put fancy backdrops back here. But today it's
wait. Here's the option. Hire someone to do it.
No kidding. Because I'm pretty good at it. However,
not the best use of our time. Just saying.
That's true. True. So what's going on with you?
So I was wondering why you haven't asked me why I'm doing this at Johnny D's.
Why are you doing this at Johnny D's?
Because I've lost my she shed office and my house because we're moving and everything is packed up and I have nowhere to be. So I've literally been just looking for places where I can hang out and work. And that's what you do as an entrepreneur. So like have breakfast and work. And hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We hear a little clinking and clanking, but a lot of people out there wish that they could choose where they work. People that have to go clock in somewhere and be somewhere at a certain time, the laptop lifestyle that a lot of people are searching for. It's not an easy lifestyle, but you can, most everywhere has internet now.
And you can have orange juice. Orange juice.
Well, yesterday was my birthday, and Gina knows I didn't have a great birthday. Thank you for everybody who sent me well wishes. I really, really appreciate it. And but just things didn't go well for me yesterday, and I was kind of like, woe is me, feeling sorry for myself last night. And that's okay. Gina and I do that with one another. But today's going really well. The first thing I did this morning after having a role-playing conference call rewind. First thing that happened was Felix came over and gave me a drone. I have a drone, like a Mac Daddy drone now.
Okay, wait, stop. I'm so excited about the drone. I know it's for your real estate business, but can you imagine the two of us trying to learn how to use a drone? I don't know why we would use it, but it sounds like fun.
Apparently, Felix kept saying, it'll chase you when you run. It has a feature that it'll chase you. And I'm like, well, I don't want it to chase me. But in real estate, it's super great to have a drone. And I'm always trying to hire somebody to do my drone work. And now I have one. But I stared at it for literally a full 10 minutes like, oh my God, the learning curve is going to be so crazy on this. First thing I did was I texted a friend of mine who does videography and has a drone, and hopefully he has this model, and I'm just going to hire him to train me so I don't have to try to learn it from YouTube. I learn better by doing, so I'm just going to have him train me.
Okay, and then you'll eventually hire someone to do it, because you and I have a tendency to try to learn everything. And I do it. I mean, I like to learn everything so I know what's involved, and that's my operations background. But then I gravitate to it and I don't let it go. And that's what can kill your business.
Yeah, try to do too many things.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have a drone. And then I went to my sales meeting, or it was an awards week meeting and announcements meeting for my real estate office. And I won top sales agent for my office for the fourth quarter, and I had no idea. I saw my picture flash up on the big screen, and I was like, what? So that was really cool. And I mean, I honestly am feeling very grateful and humbled by that much needed boost in my confidence. And it's also just a testament to, I just had my head down in the fourth quarter, like my nose to the grindstone. I was just working my butt off, and I just had no idea. So there you go.
So that's a really good point, the fourth quarter comment, because we have to always be building our funnel, which means we have to always be working towards building that business. I get frustrated I spend so much time working on the business. Do you want to be on a live webcam? Just say hi. Just say hi to everybody.
Hi. That, you guys, is the sweetest and most beautiful
She
waitress.
is the sweetest, most beautiful waitress.
She's so pretty. She's at Johnny D's on Highway 17 Business, and Johnny D's rocks. So we're here for quickie tips, Gina. What you got for quickie tips?
Okay, so here's my quickie tip. First, I'm going to tell you the tip, and I'm going to tell you why. So, quickie tip: spend the time uncovering customer needs to provide value and trust, and reduce overwhelm. Okay, everybody got that? Spend the time uncovering a customer needs to provide value and trust, and reduce overwhelm. So, where that hit me in the head is when I was on vacation last week in Scottsdale, Arizona. Where I aspire to retire, let me tell you. That is some schwanky stuff going on in Scottsdale. But anyway, so I went with a girlfriend, and I was there on business, but a little vacation. And we were staying at a place where she's got timeshare points. So, of course, you have to check in, get your packet. They want to meet with you, but we're two women. So, of course, they're like, is your husband here? Are your husbands here? I know we got really good friends in timeshare. Sorry, Petra. But they got to do their thing. And so we're like, no, husband's not here. You can't sell to us. So their concierge. I mean, okay, let me put it this way. Their concierge are really timeshare salespeople trying to sell you more ownership points, but they pretend to be concierge people. I get it, whatever. It's part of the process. But you can meet with them to find out things to do in the area. So we sit down to find out things to do in the area. And she literally overwhelms us. It was like piece of paper after piece of paper after piece of paper of like all these places we could go. And we're literally taking notes. And I'm like, can you do it with a broken wrist? And I was like, so overwhelmed. And then she like told us, go to this art gallery. You can actually walk there. Here's free tickets to get there. Because we mentioned things like we like to walk, we like wine. You would think like she would have clued in more to find out more about us. But she just threw her shit at us. She vomited all these things. She's really a reseller, right? She's really representing other attractions, restaurants, things to do in the area. So she's selling other people. But she was doing such a poor job selling other people. So we go to this gallery. She says we can walk there. We start walking, and we're like walking down a highway road with gravel. Now, there were a lot of people staying at this resort that were retired and a little bit older. And I'm like, could you imagine these people trying to walk there? No, it wasn't a long walk. It was just a dangerous walk. But she never took the time to like find out that was not a good idea. She never took the time to find out the things that we like. Everything that we did, we stumbled onto. We got in the car, we drove. We found the most amazing festival going on, this like Western festival parade, and like it was so amazing. And then we stumbled into an art festival, and it was so amazing. We're like, what an amazing day we had, that the concierge never told us any of those things because she never found the time. She never spent the time finding out what we might need or want. It was a total fail.
She wasn't listening, it sounds like. And well, so what could she have done better? Listened?
She could have actually asked some, Keith will love this, powerful questions. She could have asked things like, what are things that you guys like to do for fun? What are some of your activities that you like to do? What are things you can't do? Oh, I see you have a broken wrist. Like, she kept pushing us to do these Jeep tours, and I'm like, is that Jeep tour a good idea with a broken wrist? Is that Jeep tour a good idea in Sedona when the weather says it's going to snow that day in an open air Jeep? Like, she could have really spent more time asking just a couple questions, power questions, to find out things about us. It would have been so easy for her. But she tuned out when she realized we weren't the ideal buyer. But see, the public doesn't realize that someone in that situation, they're not really a concierge. They're there to sell you a timeshare.
Well, and what she missed is that every person that you meet, even if you can't sell to them, they know people.
Right. I mean, and plus my running joke was, and she's like, is your husband here? I'm like, what if this is my wife? Just saying. My girlfriend could have been
that they're poorly trained to ask, probably, because that's kind of insulting too. Because in today's day and age, sometimes the woman's the one with the money.
Yeah, and why do I need a husband to buy a timeshare?
Yeah, right.
seriously, why can't I like want it on my own? Why does my husband have to be there? Oh, that's a whole nother topic, which reminds me, before we get to your quickie tip tomorrow, our next podcast launches, which is called Bitches, Broads, and Bears. Oh my. And we talk about the difference between, like, you can call a woman a bitch. A woman is a bitch if she's assertive, but a man is just assertive. So we talk about all those different words, bitch, broad, a whole bunch of different words. And Keith Walters is on the show. The show is marked explicit. And I think Doug's description is this show brought to you by the letter B.
Totally.
Everybody tune in for that tomorrow. So what's your quickie tip?
My quickie tip is super quick, and that is for your business, whatever that may be, to get back to basics. Right now, the last couple of months, I've been preoccupied by some other aspects of business for myself, and I let go of some of the basics for my real estate business. And in my current, like, everything that's going on right now, I was like, okay, what do I need to do to recalibrate myself and everything? And I just, after speaking to my own too, like, it's just back to basics. And the basics in real estate is this right here. Make calls. Probably in every sales deal is just make your calls, do your prospecting. And it's as simple as that. And I told this to a very new agent last year. I sat down and had breakfast with her. She just got into the business, and she's like, what do I do? There's so many things, and there's so many shiny objects, and I don't have a lot of money to spend to start out. And I said, just all you need to do is call every single person in your phone and talk to them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask what's going on with them. Do they know anybody who's interested in selling? Are they interested in selling? And whatever, just talk to them, and then make sure that they know what it is that you're doing now. For her and for me, it's real estate. That's all you need to do. So if you're floundering in your business right now and you're wondering what to do to generate more, just go back to basics. I mean, every expert in every field will tell you that going back to basics is always a great reminder of where you came from and where you started. And there's a reason that the basics are there. Like in dance, where I started my first career in dance, you always start with the very first thing you learned in dance, and that's plie. And that's like where you bend your knees. So like in every ballet class that you ever take, whether it's a beginner ballet class or a super advanced dance company, you will start with plie every time and always go back to that. It's always, everything hinges on the basics. So
I remember doing a plie when I was a child.
What I love is people like that don't really know plie. It's great to see beginners do plie.
or something as first position in ballet, right? Like, think about, like, some positions are a little more difficult.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, like, something that's so simple, even, and this is why it's important to go back to basics. And I noticed this the other day when I was like, okay, I'm going to do an hour of calls. And I hadn't been practicing my scripts and I hadn't been into the flow of it for a couple of months, and I stopped at it. So I'm like, whoops, better go back to basics. And that's why I had a role play partner this morning.
Oh, good.
To practice, just because, what you say matters and how you say it. And so back to basics.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, that's what my afternoon is phone calls. My afternoon is prospecting. Back to basics.
My afternoon is green screen.
Hello, green screen. Then after I do my calls, I have to work on launching spontaneous selling, because the videos are done. They just need me to approve them so we can launch them.
All right.
I hate watching myself on video.
Guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow to our new episode and download. And please leave us a review on iTunes, and also let us know what topics you'd like to hear about.
Okay, I do have a surprise bonus tip. I have to give a surprise bonus tip. Okay. Surprise bonus tip: make people feel good about themselves. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Know things about people, right? This is a simple thing, is knowing and remembering. And I totally forgot your birthday yesterday morning. And like kicked myself in the ass when you and I got off the phone because we had a meeting in the morning, and I didn't realize it was your birthday until Facebook told me, and I was like, I'm an asshole. And then it made me realize I forgot my nephew's birthday, and I'm like, I'm a bigger asshole. And I call my nephew, and I'm like, hey, it's your asshole aunt calling. He's like, it's okay. All my aunts forgot my birthday. I'm like, it's not okay. I'm like, I'm going to be the cooler aunt. And I'm like, I sent you a really cool present because I'm an asshole. So remember to get to know people and know things about people and take a little bit of extra time to recognize people, because it makes a difference in the connection that you create and the trust. And when people feel like you care, then they want to work with you. So happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
And when I see you, we will have cake.
Yeah, just FYI to everybody out there that wished me happy birthday. I got no cake, no cupcakes on my birthday. It's the only thing in life that I really, really adore, aside from tag-alongs, which I also don't have. Because guess what, Gina? Not one Girl Scout approached me nor called me to sell me cookies this year. Not a one. And anybody that knows me knows that I will eat tag-alongs all day long. But I told, there was one mom who texted me her daughter's website to order from, because I guess they're doing that now.
Screw that.
Awesome. Well, if she calls me and asks for the sale, then I'll order some. And nothing. No tag-alongs, no cake. But I do have a wedding dress to wear, so I'm going with, that's probably God intervening on keeping my ass small.
If anybody wants to send Rachel birthday cake, just FYI, when I asked her what kind of cake she liked, she said just birthday cake. I don't know, I didn't think that was a thing, but
with white icing, like the birthday cake stuff.
See, my birthday.
I would rather you send me leads.
Just send her tag-alongs. Okay, we gotta go. We have sales calls to make. Everybody have an awesome day. Listen to our episode tomorrow, Bitches, Broads, and Bears. Oh my, with Rachel and Keith Walters and I. And we got to go, girl. Let's go.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.